Alright, welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3. This is kind of our... We're not in like a last stand moment. Urian's still free running away from armies. We've figured out how the Black Arcs work and that they're immortal, so basically we should have been building those the whole time and had more admirals. But yeah, we're kind of on a 4-turn cooldown. And I'm going to go ahead and skip everything because we can't spend any money while we wait for our respawns of our lords. And it looks like the High Elves lost the Twisted Glaive, which is a huge loss for them. So our Dark Elf brethren sorry, say that correctly, are actually making moves. You know what? I think if I play this manually, I lose this fight. I'm gonna be honest. I think I lose that fight. So we're just gonna make out with as much money as we can. I'll auto-resolve all day, guys. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this myself. Oh my god, there's a billion siege. They have so much siege equipment. We were losing this no matter what. That's crazy. Yeah, we're just abandoning. Yeah, this is a lost cause and a half. All right. I guess what we can do is... No, those are our actual champion lord guy. He's just like way hurt. So we're gonna just abandon that. Spearmen. Now we'll use bleak swords for this. We'll actually use bleak swords to control these points. The spearmen and the shards. We're gonna stack up here. Where's our other bleak sword? Want them here. We're just abandoning that. Everything that's under the range of fire from these siege towers, we're abandoning. Alright, so shades and dark shards. Putting them in the back line. we are going to get reinforcements into their siege weapons, so that is on our side beneficial for us. I want to say I can get a tower that will be useful here somewhere forward deployed, but doesn't look like I can. So probably this one. Because I'll just forget to build this stuff. And that's what we want to start with. Alright, let's hope we get some kills right off the bat. We have a minute for reinforcements coming in on this back line. And we're just going to run them in all this siege weaponry. We are getting kills by this gate. For as short as that's going to hold. These here. We're going to put these down here. I'm actually going to run these here. These are going to go here. I don't know what I want to do with those yet, so we're going to hold out. These guys are going to go here. And we got another 500, so let's get our tower on this end going. I fully expect us to lose these towers, but I want to get as much as we can out of it. Alright, they need to just run into this line. Everything we can, as we're losing our towers, gonna get blasted by our own tower. That's rough. Didn't think about that. Probably should have. But they can cause a delay. Let's cause a delay. Ooh. That was a wicked cast by them. Alright, so they are busting in. Very rapidly here. With their champions. So let's go ahead. Yep, and they're running up to the central tower up here. Alright, so we got pressure on that. Let's see if we can get engaged into this line. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna just... We had no shot against this champion. The only thing we can do is get a tower to hit him. That's our best bet. And let's get some hits. Some casts where we can. Let's see if we can get a meteor on this guy. Our tower looks like it might be building. Alright, let's run a shade for support as best we can. Turn off skirmish. They have 21 seconds to build that. Yeah, if we could get more towers on this side, that would help. I just don't see it happening. And then we can get some cast here. Ooh, so we did actually get him retreating. That's actually crazy good for that. That delays that. Shades can come. We definitely need shades here. We want to press here. Looks like our... Yeah, so we lost the tower on this back line. They're actually running through. Let's go ahead and build that. And this tower here. This is bad. Oh, he's coming back. We need the kill. We can get a kill on a lord, that'd be crazy. Yeah, they send in lords just running in. Free. So we're gonna make backline towers a priority. Yep. So we did lose that tower, but we do have 2 more on this side. We delayed over here, but they are breaking through. And it's too much time to build. Okay, so 3 seconds. Looks like we got the elimination there. We're gonna go ahead and put our units on this. Yeah, we're just gonna get overwhelmed and run down here. There's so many units. I don't think we can actually hold anything long term, realistically. Not with that many units chasing us. It's definitely worth a shot, but... Yeah, these are gonna have to turn off skirmish, and they're just gonna have to fight on the point. Our best bet is for these towers to finish building. So... Yeah, and they're gonna come in here. Just ran straight through. This is a delaying action. Get this tower as well. Alright, let's get them to fight on the point. We'll just eliminate what we can. You'll need to fight On the point, skirmish is off. Yeah, and it looks like they are eliminating everything. See if we can get on. That's overrun. They got a hero up here, so we're pretty much dead. It's too many bigs, like large units left. Wonder if we eliminated anything though in our last stand. Maybe this thing. I know Tarnig's gone. They did a valiant effort on those catapults. Yeah, just not a big enough settlement garrison either. A lot of things that we just didn't have time to build or money. Oh, another chieftain. So that must be a unit of some sort. Alright, so we're losing this no matter what. We'll just auto-resolve it. Yep, so the Star Tower is gone. The rats are gonna be chasing Urian. Looks like Infecticay there is trying to go for our caster champion, which may not actually work out in his benefit. It just depends if we can run to the other one before we run out of time. So I do know they have, what, 4 or 3 armies left here? One's at least damaged. The other one's a little, like, has a Furic damage to it. Yeah, I'm not taking a peace treaty with the Tomb Kings. That's free money. Like, a Tomb King player is probably one thing later on, but their undead units just seem pretty weak. Yep, Tarnig is wounded. We lost Star Tower. We lost some other stuff. But we do have enough funds to keep us going for a little bit here. So this is the thing. We can run them down before with Prince Silly, where they have a chance to really heal up, which I think is going to be a much better option for us. Yeah, I think we take this fight manually and we try and go for the hero elimination. There's no chance that as they're weakened, they're going to burn through all those hydras. And then we can use our Scourge Chariots with all these range to just burn down all these heavies. I just don't want to give them a chance to heal. And we'll eliminate Lords. Yeah, so 26 guy, he's not going to die. That Scourge Thrower way over there is an interesting deployment. Okay, so they've split their forces to cover these. And they have the Plague Thrower, sorry, not Scourge Thrower, that's ours. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to commit because I can deploy these forward. I'm going to forward deploy Shades into position. I want Skirmish off on all of these too. So let's get them. Skirmish mode is off. I want all of our range handbows and everything up here with these. I'm gonna say 5 deployed over here. Yeah, so 5 on this side, 4 on that side with the range units. Chariots on this side, up high. Hero on this side. Bolt throwers as well. I want to eliminate... My first target is Garrier. Alright, and we want Hydras moving in. I want Hydras moving in. I want 1 Hydra for defense for these. I want to cast that new ability. Oh. It's a placement? That's weird. So their Plague Thrower is doing work. So we're going to get our Hydras just going in. Period. So they move forward because of that. Alright, so it barely clipped that right now. Alright, can I get a hit? I did get a hit. A little hit, but it was a hit. Alright, yeah, I definitely want Hydras in. Shades on this guy. And Chariots on that guy. And then I want 1 handbow. Okay. Let's try this while they're engaged in combat this time. Alright. And we want Hydras. I want hydras out of this, into these warp throwers. Yeah, they're casting what they can. Alright, so we're getting him off the field. Fireball. Alright. We're gonna have this going for that thrower. I want this on whatever that is. Siege. They're still set up. Alright. Everyone needs to eliminate everyone on this guy. Absolutely everyone. I guess Fireball may be our play. For heroes. Yep. That should give us the elimination. Oh, did I just fireball my own guy? Wild. Alright. Let's make sure... Let's engage. And not fireball our own Hydra. Boom! What a kill. Alright, let's get some kills. We won some levels before. So she gets a speed bonus from evasion. That is an underrated bonus. Having that speed bonus is huge. I gotta see if we have any heroes I can take. If I can add a hero to her army, that does give us a lot of benefits. Looks like she is absolutely massacring them too, which is pretty funny. So I don't know what that white bar is, because when that white bar ran out on Lokhir, maybe that's Vigor or whatever, that's when he decided he was running away though. And that was the end of that fight. Like the forfeit, it's like the retreat, we're waving the white flag bar, is what I guess. So what did we eliminate this round? I know we took him out, so that makes him just be off the map. Period. So they don't have a 26th Lord hunting us down. Okay, so we did eliminate. That's nice. Definitely want money. No doubt. Alright, so that's just completely eliminated. And we are gonna take... I channel... I can channel... Takes a little of our movement range. It's still fine. Okay, so what is... Faction as a whole? Lord's army... Her own combat ability. Wow. What is Bound Spell and Zeepel's Black Horror? 20-second duration. Medium forward moving area of effect. Strong versus a lot of units. The 100-meter range. And a 10-meter radius. But it gives us a spell cooldown reduction and a vigor loss reduction overall. For the whole army. This didn't seem that good. Seemed powerful, but it's just not gonna hit. It's not gonna be useful. So we'll go ahead with Student of the Dark Tower. And we're gonna make the approach for that city. Even taking attrition isn't gonna be a problem. Alright, so we have this arc. It's already rank 4, so we can already get Hydras from it. The problem is... we don't have the growth anymore because we died with it. So that stinks. We're gonna go ahead and try and bump that up. Sell the slaves we earned everywhere we can. I don't know if we can here, can we? Oh, nice. I guess we should be doing that if we can just pump money into ourselves. If I had known that that was a feature like earlier, that would have been super useful. I wouldn't be in this position, honestly, because our units would be crazy everywhere. Yeah, so we're gonna use this time to actually recruit some. We want some units to just buy time. Because we're just gonna use him again to blunt whatever forces come to attack us. If they don't send everything at us and they split themselves, that's much better for us. And I'm gonna use Urian right now to assault. And I'm just gonna auto-resolve, honestly. Probably. Yeah, we didn't take any damage. We're gonna occupy that. So his leadership aura is bigger when we're attacking. We secured the province now. We've actually got an army coming to meet us. That's a 22. That has a ton of catapults. This is a hell of an army, too. This would actually shred us. Like, looking at that is not a fun one. Realistically, though, there's not a lot of things that are gonna help us against that. Like, our champion, as strong as he is, he's not... I don't have any of his single target combat abilities up. Beast Slaver. So he can actually attack large beasts better when I get him there. I think Sheaf Master, getting more ammo. Then we'll get strength through spite. So we just have an augmented aura. It would actually make our bolt throwers even more deadly. Does this boost their range at all? Missile strength. So that'll actually make them crazy. Here's the range bonus. Corsairs, Shades getting, and Scourge Carrier Chariots get a range bonus. So this is one I would definitely take. Physical resistance for Hydra or Harpies and Hydras. Okay, so confer Bloodlust is crazy. Speed bonus, dragons and Hydras, yeah. Bloodlust first, then Ravagers for range. Kindle of Fury. Yep. Definitely one inspiring presence up on him. Makes it insanely strong. Available at 50. I don't even think there's anything I can put skill points in. I think I have everything maxed, right, at 46? That seems like a oversight of, like, the design. She hopefully doesn't die. We're gonna keep boosting her leadership abilities. But I kind of want to meet this on the field. Yeah. Because honestly, I don't want them to come pull units to attack us. But since we attacked last turn, I'm not going to be able to move very far. I don't imagine. Yeah, so we'll just stay in the garrison right now. The Admiral's building units. And I think our movement's used up here as well. So, Corrin Carr is all damaged. Don't really care. So there's more rats attacking us. Fort Mash and last. The Awakening is the Capitol building. We're going to go ahead and repair. I'm going to build a garrison here. If we get him units... Yeah, so if he gets units, then I'll be able to... Yeah, this doesn't take growth, does it? Yeah, so let's get top tier fireballs with him as support. So we'll get him units. We'll put him in the Awakening to defend for now. And then we are going to keep forward pressing with Urian. And we'll get our other admirals back. These aren't really port cities, so these kind of are terrible for us. This whole land, we would want this lighthouse. And I don't know what's over here, so go ahead and skip commandments. Weapon strength for armies in our province. Everything's a bonus. We definitely want income where possible. There's an imminent rebellion, which is fine too. Can't do anything about the rebellion. We're not going to do anything about it. No, he's trying to steal tech. It's interesting. Is it steals research? I'm pretty certain that tech is probably not the same between every race. Even if they're of the same class. I've never played the High Elves. I know the other factions. Well, some of the other Dark Elf factions have similar tech, if not the same. But I think that was in Total War 2, though. Warhammer 2. Sorry. So Korinkar is listed as our capital. That's what I'm assuming that symbol is. Which puts us in a wild position where I may just go all out war for that island at some point. Oh wow, they stole tech. They're moving armies north. Yeah, I can't really stop that. That's a nightmare of a siege army. So is he going to attack or is he hiding with some other unit nearby? I'm going to have to sally forth and attack that army. Yeah, it looks like they have an army on Star Tower. The two here, one army went somewhere else. I wonder if it's this one. Okay, so the Brayherds come, harbingers of disaster. They're the Cloven ones, the children of chaos. They have come for us to tear down civilization. War herds are migrating and destroying anything in their path. Defend yourselves from the beastmen' wrath. So is this like an end disaster? Does this show a location? I would have maybe down here. The Brazen Throne? No, that's something different, isn't it? Yep. So we're just gonna move within range. We'll keep channeling off. And we're gonna go right up to the border. Urian, we are gonna siege. They're definitely drawing us to the fight, but that's fine. I want to eliminate as many Skaven Lords as I can. Looks like we win this fight, but we barely win it. I'm gonna go ahead and fight it. I don't want a spheric victory. I want to absolutely crush them. And probably time, so... Yeah, I'm gonna call this one here. So we'll do the deployment in the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.